There's a reason why I strongly, strongly recommend that you use a lender if you're financing a turnkey rental property, that you use a lender recommended to you by the turnkey provider or the turnkey marketing company that you're working through. I know it seems kind of like, ooh, wait, why would I want to use that one? Because, you know, property inspections, for example, you want to get your own. You usually want third-party resources to keep it out of, you know, to keep it more neutral from what the turnkey provider may be trying to sell you or whatever. However, the exception to that rule is, in my opinion, you want to work with one of their recommended lenders. First of all, they don't get kickbacks anyways. It's illegal for kickbacks to go like between those kinds of companies. So it's not a kickback situation why they're recommending it. The reason they're recommending those particular lenders is because they know and they have a history of actually closing the properties for you. You would be amazed. For example, if you walk into Wells Fargo and say, hey, I'm going to buy this turnkey rental property a few states over. Can you loan me on it? And everybody like, yes, because they want your business. Will that loan ever probably close? Probably not. Big banks are the worst to work with investment properties because they're tailored to work with primary home buyers. And it doesn't mean that investor-friendly lenders have like illegal routes they can take or like things they can do that are sneaky. It's not about that. It's just that the big banks and those banks that are not focused on investment properties don't have all of that information. They don't work with it. Why would they? Because they deal with primary home buyers, and there are differences in investment property loans and those available to primary home buyers. There's different little ins and outs and stuff. So when a bank doesn't work with investors a lot, they will tell you all day long that they'll close the property, but oftentimes they're never going to close it. And this is the God's honest truth. I would say, so I've been working with turnkey rental properties for just over 9 years now. It's 2020 as I make this video. I started in early 2011. And of all the hundreds of people that I've known to buy turnkey rental properties, I would say that 95% of the people who choose their own lender, the property never closes. Or the appraisal comes in freakishly low because maybe their bank that they really like in their hometown is now lending on a property out of state, and their appraisers and their whoever, they don't know the neighborhoods, so they can't really appraise it accurately. There's a whole slew of reasons why it can bomb out, but anytime someone tells me they're insisting on using their own lender, I get nervous, and 9 times out of 10, it ends up being a bust. Whereas the recommended lenders, the reason the turnkey companies are recommending these lenders, like I said, is because they know that they will close them. I have seen very few cases of any loan not getting closed by one of these lenders, unless it's something with the borrower or something weird, or you know, there's reasons why loans can't close, but it's not for a lack of ability from the lender. So 100%. If a turnkey provider or whoever ever asks if you want to use their home inspector, their, I don't know, list people that you don't want to use in their recommendations in that case. But when it comes to the lender, 100%, I think you should use their lenders because it actually makes a difference of whether you're actually going to close your property. And here's the consequence of them not closing your property. Number one, either you're just not going to get the property, or number two, if you still want the property, you then have to start the whole, you're not going to find this out in the first couple days that you sign on with this lender. You're going to find out right before it closes that they can't close it, or the appraisal is really low or something. So you're going to have spent 30 to 45 days pursuing this loan to close, and all of a sudden it can't. Well, now it's like you can keep the property, but now you have to start the whole lending process over again. And for anyone who's been through that lately, you know how bad it is. And then you're delaying the turnkey provider. Everybody's delayed in it, including you. And the turnkey providers can get really antsy because they need to offload these properties. And now you're doubling the amount of time it's going to take. It's a huge headache. Most people end up not even keeping the property. They just kind of bail out and they're bummed out. Like it's kind of a confidence breaker. So I'm telling you, personal recommendation, take it or leave it. Use the recommended lenders from the turnkey companies. If you were going to ask my opinion.